One. It's that time again.
Well, look, I suppose this podcast is a bit like football, isn't it? Some blokes running aimlessly around, running after a ball for 90 minutes. And, well, I guess you can't draw too many comparisons. But all I meant was, some people love it, apparently, and some people hate it. So let's find out where you stand with this brand spanking new episode of your favourite podcast, or at least I hope it's your favourite podcast.
Classic intro there, Elliot.
As always.
And yeah, well, episode 39, World Cup Memories.
Here we are.
Now, you're not really a football fan, are you?
Not really is a bit of an understatement.
You're going to be a sub for this one, aren't you?
Yeah.
You're going to be on a subs bench. You're going to come on in the second half, a little bit later.
When I'm needed.
Yeah. And you've had a busy few weeks, obviously.
Oh, yeah.
The listener knows from the last podcast.
Yep.
It's pretty much done and dusted, you games now, isn't it?
It's done and dusted. I had my last one on Monday the 15th.
How does it feel? You've had the full 90 minutes. You've gone into extra time. You've gone into penalties. You've done it all. You've banged it out. How does it feel?
It feels weird that I've got nothing to do, but also quite nice that I've got nothing to do.
Yeah, well, enjoy the break.
I will.
I'll tell you what, that's enough of our waffle, isn't it? Let's go meet our special guest. Yes, folks, we've got a special guest who's going to chat World Cup memories. See you in a bit.
It'd be a whistle, really.
Welcome to Coast to Playing Field. They have it Hutch and Russell Ray.
Good evening.
Evening, Russell. How are you doing?
Really, really good. It's particularly hot today, so
it is.
That's nice.
It's quite apt with the World Cup at the moment, isn't it? Because obviously with the temperature out there, almost feel we've got a World Cup feel tonight, haven't we?
Absolutely. So
now, you've got a special story, Russell, haven't you, about your World Cup memories.
Yeah.
So what's your main one?
So back in 1966, as you know, England won the World Cup. Yeah. And that's the last time they won the World Cup.
Yes, it is.
A long wait. I was 8 years old and I was absolutely besotted by the World Cup in 1970.
Yeah.
Which was the following one. And there was great expectations then that
because
we've won it,
we're
going to win it again.
Yeah.
And we'd actually gone 10 games undefeated when we went into that World Cup. And also, a lot of people don't realise this, the 1970 World Cup was the first one in colour on TV.
Okay, yes.
First time ever it was in colour.
Because when you see the 66, obviously the colour's been added.
It is, yeah. But in 1970, the World Cup was in Mexico.
Yep.
And it was in colour. Now, as an 8-year-old, my father used to go to the Esso petrol station in Great Yarmouth.
Yeah.
And
classic Esso. You can't beat the Esso.
1970 World Cup coin collection.
Wow.
Worth all about £3 nowadays. Yeah. But every time you got some petrol, you got a coin.
Yep.
And then when you got the full set, they gave us a T-shirt which had a picture, and I've sent you you'll describe it because I've sent you the T-shirt picture, and a picture of the old World Cup on it, because that was originally lost.
Yeah.
Found by a dog.
Yep.
And it said on it, England for the World Cup 1970. Well, as you know, we got knocked out by Brazil.
Yes.
And I vowed never to wear that T-shirt again until we win the World Cup again.
Well, folks, that T-shirt, if you look at the cover photo of this podcast, Russell is holding that T-shirt. Now, obviously, you would struggle to get in that now, Russell, wouldn't you?
I certainly would, but I'm sure one of my grandsons would wear it for me.
Yeah. They could wear...
And when we win the World Cup again.
They could wear it on your behalf, couldn't they?
They could. And that legacy will carry on. And
of course, well, that is a great little story itself. And yeah, just the fact, those little collectible items that you can get, nowadays still as well, but back then was more special, wasn't it?
There was, at the 1970 World Cup, England had created a mascot. And when I mention it, you'll go, oh yeah, I remember that. And it was actually called World Cup Willie.
Yep, I remember that. Well, I can't remember it. I was actually born in that year.
Right.
But obviously, I found out in later years.
World Cup Willie was everywhere. So soft toy, badges, T-shirts, flags, everywhere. World Cup Willie. Where it came from, I don't know. And some people out there, some of your listeners might well remember them or have some memorabilia or pictures they could send in to you.
Exactly. Well, I mean, that T-shirt, that must be, surely that's a collector's item as well at the moment.
Yeah, it's actually a Christie's T-shirt, which is a well-known make. It's good quality. I've held on to that now for 50-something plus years, 54 years.
That's amazing, isn't it? Well, that's you can get it framed or anything like that.
56 years, sorry, yeah.
56 years. Yeah.
I did have it in a frame, and when we moved house, I didn't really have anywhere to put it, so I took it out of the frame and put it in a safe place where I know where it is.
That is brilliant, and that links up to your greatest World Cup match as well, doesn't it?
Absolutely.
That year, but we will come to that in a second, Russell.
Yeah.
So I'll tell you mine. So I'll tell you a quick bit of my memories.
Sure.
Well, my first World Cup I remember vaguely was similar age to you. At 8, I remember 1978, and I was on holiday in Cornwall at my uncle and auntie's, and I remember watching the final with my dad and my uncle. And I just remember the ticker tape coming down at the end when Argentina beat Holland in the final. And that's what got me hooked onto football.
Yeah.
So I only started following football then. But the first World Cup that I really remember was 1982.
Yeah.
I loved that England shirt. And I remember going home from school to watch the opening game, the opening group game for England.
Yeah.
We beat France 3-1 and Brian Robson scored after 27 seconds. Do you remember that one?
Yeah. And
we actually went out of that tournament unbeaten, unfortunately.
Yeah.
And I also had World Cup wallpaper. I had England wallpaper. So I had people like Shilton, Hoddle, Wilkins and Keegan looking down at me.
Who's your favourite World Cup England player then?
I'll probably say, it has to be Kevin Keegan. I was a massive fan of Keegan. And I know he went to that World Cup, he wasn't fully fit. And I remember a chance that he had, which he should have taken, and that was just a great World Cup, and of course that takes you back to that era as well, doesn't it?
Absolutely.
To that time, and the shirt, that 82 World Cup T-shirt, England one, that is a classic. I have got an updated version of that.
Yeah.
Obviously, I haven't got the original, but the original is like yours in the cover photo.
Yeah.
With that original pose, and then I think that other pose I did was about 10 years ago with a replica. So, that was definitely my World Cup memory, my main one, the Spain 82 World Cup. Brilliant. And what about, Russell, your favourite World Cup match?
My favourite World Cup match was in 1970, and there was a famous player, and I'll say his actual full name. It's Edison Arantes do Nascimento.
Pelé?
Absolutely. Also known as Pelé.
Yes.
Now, any 8-year-old kid, absolutely. He's still the best player, I think, in all world time.
Yes.
Still, in any country, he's still the best player. Now, at that age, I had Pelé boots, which were purple with his name on the side.
Did you? Cool.
I had Pelé socks. I had a Pelé garter, number 10. Everybody that summer pretended they were Pelé.
Yeah.
My favourite game of all time is obviously in the World Cup 1970 when England played Brazil. As I said earlier, England were 10 games unbeaten. There was a great expectation for them to win. The team lineup was Gordon Banks in goal, Tommy Wright, Brian LeBone, Bobby Moore was captain, Terry Cooper, Alan Ball, Alan Mullery, Bobby Charlton, Martin Peters, Franny Lee and Jeff Hurst. And the two substitutes which did come on was Jeff Astle and Colin Bell. Some great names there. Now, the game started off in and we talked about the heat as well earlier.
Yes.
It was 37 degrees. It was in Guadalajara in Mexico. There were 66,843 spectators in that stadium.
That's a massive. That deserves a bell. Massive round of applause. The attendance.
843 in 1970.
Amazing.
The game started off, and of course, we all know the famous. That's what it's noted for, the famous save.
Yes, the Banks save.
Gordon Banks made. Now, what a lot of people don't know is, or can't remember, is when that was within the game. That was actually in the 10th minute.
So in the 10th minute, cool. So that was quite early in the match, wasn't it?
Yeah. Now, also, Brazil didn't score until the 59th minute. So at half time it was 0-0, obviously. I have got, and if I'm allowed to play this, because that'll put hairs on the back of your neck, rising. It's a 10-second audio of that save from Gordon Banks.
Yes, let's do it. Let's do it. Here we go.
That brings back so many memories.
Oh dear. So at the time, you watching that, what did you actually think? What was going through your head?
Well, the commentator actually shouted goal. They thought that was going in.
Yes.
I mean, Pele rose above our defender, which I believe was Tommy Wright. He's about 3 foot higher than Tommy Wright when he was in the air. If you watch it again, it's still available on YouTube. Banks, how he got to that save and put the ball round the goal was incredible.
That is one of the most iconic World Cup saves.
The ball was taken down the wing by Jorginho.
Yep.
He crossed it. Pele in the middle, header, and that was the save of all time. And that game just sticks in my mind year after year. Every time the World Cup comes along, I always remember
think of that one.
I always remember that.
That's a little bit similar to my muscle, because there's a game that always sticks out for me, and that again is the '82 World Cup when Italy beat Brazil 3-2.
Yeah,
remember that one? And Paolo Rossi got the hat trick, and you had the great Brazilian players. I think Socrates and Falcao scored for Brazil, and I was like you. I was like in awe of that Brazilian side. You had Zico as well. I remember playing with my brother. We were pretending like we were smashing the ball into my mum's shrubs, pretending we were like Falcao.
Yeah,
shots.
You can imagine the whole nation. Say Jorginho scored in the 59th minute, a cracking goal, and Brazil won. We were knocked out of the World Cup.
Yeah,
it was like the whole country was in mourning.
And as you say,
they could not believe it. The players, when they came back on the plane, they're holding their heads down.
Yes, yeah.
You know, it was an unbelievable experience. That's all I can say, to actually lose that. And that's one of the reasons I've kept hold of that T-shirt.
Oh, yes, definitely.
That I'll wear it again when
it was an amazing World Cup, and some great memories created from that World Cup for you. What about goals? I mean, I have to use a bell for this. The goals, World Cup goals, the greatest World Cup goals is literally endless.
Yeah.
It is endless. You could go on forever talking about them.
Yeah.
Is there one goal or a handful of goals that particularly stand out for you?
I think the Beckham era when he played, just the situations we were in for him to then pull it out of the bag are very memorable. What's your favourite goal?
Well, one of my favourite goals is definitely France '98, Michael Owen against Argentina.
Yeah.
He'd pretty much just burst onto the scene as an 18-year-old, and the way he just took the players on and hit it into the top left corner, didn't he?
Yeah.
Amazing goal. Unfortunately, England went on to lose on penalties.
They did,
that game, and finished 2-2. But that's one of the outstanding goals. I just remember going mental when that goal went in.
So, kind of leading on from the World Cup, I just want to share my memory of my first ever football match that I went to and experienced the crowd. I was then 10 years old. It's 1972, and it's the 20th of December 1972. And Norwich City, who I've been a supporter of all my life now, were in the semi-finals of the League Cup against Chelsea. We were 3-2 up, and Chelsea had a player called Peter Osgood. I don't know if you
I remember him.
Peter
I've heard of him. I've heard him well. Well known from the 70s.
In them days, there was no seats. It was all standing, and the kids were at the front. My father was behind me, and he kept hold of the scruff of my neck, because every time the crowd surged forward, you'd get crushed. And I can remember for the majority of the match, and it was abandoned after the 84th minute, and I'll explain that, we were singing Osgood, no good, Osgood, no good, all the way through from start to finish. Now, we were 3-2 up, and the match was abandoned because of fog.
Right.
The thick fog came down. The referee had already stopped the match for 25 minutes, and you'd thought with 6 minutes to go he'd continue, but you could not see your hand in front of your face.
Right, cool.
So the match was abandoned. I remember looking up to my dad when we scored and said, "What do I do now?" And he said, "Jump up and down." And we came out of the stadium after the match, and we were walking over the Carrow Bridge back up the hill, and a police car, which was one of the little Hillman Imp Panda cars, tried to drive through the oncoming crowd. So, of course, they just walked over it, kicked his blue light off, and that was my first introduction of football.
Right, okay.
And I thought, wow.
And what year was that again?
That was the 20th of December, 1972.
Okay, so that was soon after your World Cup then.
Yep.
Actually, that's a bit of a coincidence. That's 2 years after. Now, after my first memories of the World Cup in 78, with seeing Argentina win it, and literally 2 years later as well, I went to my first game at Colchester United.
Yep.
It was a testimonial game, a Steve Leslie testimonial game against Wolverhampton Wanderers. And in the Wolverhampton Wanderers side, there was Emlyn Hughes playing. And then, of course, we went on to the World Cups after that. Do you want to hear some comments, Russell?
Yep.
We've had some comments sent in. This is Bart Heyman,
right?
Friend of mine. His World Cup memories. Right. It's Italian 90.
Yeah.
That was a great tournament, that, wasn't it? He says, legendary England side with fans and the team together. Gazette on fire. Lineker's goals. Also, Terry Butcher with his classic bloodstained T-shirt. And Platt for the injured Robson. Yeah. Remember that moment? And, of course, that iconic volley by David Platt to beat Belgium. Yeah. That was an amazing tournament, wasn't it? And of course, England's 3-2 win over Cameroon. Yeah. With in the quarter-final, wasn't it? So that was a great tournament in itself. Roger Miller, Cameroon, of course, Gaza, Lineker, Bobby Robson. Of course, again, though, England went out on penalties, didn't we?
Yeah. Great expectations.
Yes, yeah. And of course,
so disappointing.
Yes.
Year after year.
It's always, I mean, we've got another comment here. Jack Daw, my mate Jack, he says that as well. Pain and suffering following England in various tournaments, World Cups and Euros. He loves the 82 World Cup as well. And remembers Tardelli scoring in the final and Harold Schumacher in goal for Germany. Do you remember him?
Yeah.
Schumacher. After almost decapitating Patrick Battiston in the semi-final against France. Now, that game, he says, that France v Germany game in the semis was one of his greatest games he's ever watched. He used to collect as well the Panini stickers from 82 and 86.
Younger brother
he still does it now.
A full set of them.
Has he?
Yeah, he's hung on to it ever since.
Oh, what? From what year?
I think it's 1982.
Is it? Wow, amazing. Yeah. Oh yeah, they're just classic stickers, aren't they? Yeah. And he loves again the 86 World Cup. Do you remember Lineker's hat-trick against Poland? He remembers that. Yeah. That was one of his highlights. And then, of course, we went on to lose 2-1 to Maradona's Magic and Menace, didn't we? So that was a bit of a shame. And, of course, 2018, he remembers that World Cup well when we went out to Croatia in the semi-finals in extra time. So there is, with the World Cup memories, supporting England, we've had a lot of pain and suffering, haven't we?
And who are we playing tonight?
Croatia.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah, now, with our World Cup memories, obviously, fast forward to 2026, Russell, have you watched much of this World Cup yet?
Yeah, some of the games have been on really late. I tend to just watch the 9 o'clock ones and then catch up. Obviously, France were on last night.
Yeah,
And Mbappe is on fire.
Yes.
So it took some time for him to get going.
Yes, it did. And just going back to one of our greatest World Cup games, I remember the last World Cup final, 2022. Yeah. That was one of the greatest games I've ever seen. When you sent Mbappe, and Argentina 3, France 3, and he got a hat-trick in the final, and it ended up on the losing side still, didn't he?
Yeah, yeah.
So, yeah.
And I just worked out as well, it's been 56 years since I said I'd never wear that T-shirt. There's actually only been 14 World Cups because it's every 4 years, as you know.
Yes.
So it's a long gap between each one. 14 World Cups.
Well, let's hope. Who knows? I mean, we say this every year, don't we? Well, we say this every 4 years. Yeah, England are going to do it. I'm at that stage now where I'm sort of half-hearted. I'm like taking a back seat supporting England. I used to really go for it. I used to go down the pubs, chanted, all the flags out. After being disappointed so many times, I sort of don't want to get my hopes up, and like I have in the past. And as we're at a certain age now, just watching it, like sitting down, just relaxing at home or around friends or something, just sort of taking it a little bit of a back seat
Yeah, I mean, some of the matches I've watched already, I've not seen anything that really impresses me. I don't know whether it's the heat. I think things like the hydration breaks kind of spoil the momentum.
Stops the flow of the game.
Team's just scored,
Yes.
and then they have to have a water break for 3 minutes.
Yes.
That kind of takes the sting out of it. I think one of the big things this year, and nobody's kind of realised, is that Italy are not in the World Cup.
No, they're not.
They're not.
Which is quite surprising, considering it's been increased to 48 countries.
Yeah.
And Italy still didn't get in there.
But some of these countries you've never heard of.
Yeah, I know. It's amazing. That was a name the other night. I had to look it up to find out where it was.
Yeah.
So the fact that Italy didn't qualify is quite amazing, really.
Yeah. I mean, they're normally one of the favourites.
They are, yes. I mean, looking through the whole World Cup history, our memories, always the Italy sides. They always stand out, especially like we said earlier, that team in '82, especially with Dino Zoff as well, winning the World Cup. So yeah, it's a surprise them not being in it. But England, Croatia tonight, chance to get revenge for the 2018 semi-final as well.
Absolutely.
Yeah. You'll be watching that?
I certainly will be.
Yeah. 9 p.m. UK time, isn't it?
Yeah.
Oh, a little bit late, these ones, but,
it's
has to be done, doesn't it?
Enclosed stadium as well, so
yes, it is.
Should be a little bit cooler.
And also World Cup memories. Do you get a wall chart?
I don't, because you can normally get them in the newspaper.
Yeah.
But I don't, because it's all on TV, so they track it when we get into the serious stuff.
I've pretty much had a World Cup wall chart since I've been watching the World Cup.
Yeah.
And a few weeks ago in the paper, they did have a World Cup wall chart, and I have got that up at home. So, haven't filled it in yet, but it's up. So, I think I'm going to have a little go over the weekend of getting up to date with the scores and filling that in. It's just so many games though, isn't there?
Yeah.
It's a massive, extended World Cup this year, folks. Well, I nearly said Elliot there. Elliot's coming on in a minute, folks, and we're going to have a word from our sponsors in a minute. A great place to go on a Thursday night from our sponsors. Well, Russell, is there anything else you would like to add about your World Cup memories or anything you've got? Your notes?
I'd just like to add, come on England!
Yes, definitely. Come on England! Let's do it. Well, Russell, thank you very much for your time in part one. We'll see you in a bit, folks. And let's have a word from our sponsors. Are you a teenager?
Bored in the evenings?
Well, be bored no more with Casey Youth Club.
What, the hangout?
Yes, the hangout. When is it?
Every Thursday, 6 till 7:30 p.m.
Where is it?
The Community Spoon, Caistor-on-Sea.
The Youth Club for teenagers.
What, the hangout?
Yes, the hangout. Check out Casey Youth Club on Facebook.
Welcome back, and here's a random fact. About a fifth of all World Cup matches have ended 1-0, which is quite low scoring and anticlimactic. The second most common is 2-1, which I suppose is a bit better. And the most goals in a single World Cup match was Hungary's 10-1 win over El Salvador at an opening group game back in 1982.
Wow, that's amazing. I think even you might have been excited watching that one, Elliot.
Oh, 10-1, yeah.
Big goal pretty often in that game.
Yeah, will be. And do you want to hear some World Cup shocks?
Oh, yes, please.
Check your heart rate, folks. In 2022, there was Saudi Arabia 2, Argentina 1.
Wow.
And Argentina went on to win the tournament.
Yeah, I remember that. That was a major shock, that.
Oh, what a shock.
It just shows in the World Cup, even if there's a big shock, one of the big teams loses early doors, you can still go on and win the tournament.
Yeah.
Especially if it's in the group stage.
Doesn't matter. And 20 years earlier, in 2002, Senegal 1, France 0, which was the opening match of the Seoul tournament.
Yes, that's right. They actually played each other last night. I think it was, 3-1 France last night? But yeah, that was a major result. A major shock. Shock. You got any more in it?
Any more World Cup shocks? Of course I have some more World Cup shocks for you.
We can give you one more World Cup shock, folks.
In 1966, North Korea 1, Italy 0. And this win knocked Italy out of the group stage.
Wow, some major shocks there, and that's one of the classic memories of the World Cup, is the shocks you can get in the group stages. So yeah, I'll come into the end. We are pretty much at the end. We're going to have a quick little end, aren't we? We will be back in a sec with our end bit.
Yeah.
And welcome back to our final little bit.
Oh yeah, last drags now.
Yeah, the last little bit. And well, thanks a lot to Russell, our special guest.
Yes, thanks Russell.
A great little chat there. And of course, our second half with you.
Yeah.
With mentioning the random facts and everything, World Cup shocks.
All that stuff, all that jazz. Well, if you're like me, listener, and saw the title of this new episode, you might feel inclined to skip it. Football? Nah, left that long ago. No thank you. But if you don't like football and you've made it this far, which is a big if, congratulations. You win, I don't know, a new pair of sandals or something, except you definitely don't. Don't expect us to buy you sandals. And if you do like football, and that's a big if, and you've made it this far, that makes sense, so you don't win any sandals.
Classic stuff there, isn't it? And of course, well, it's announced the World Cup 2026. You'll actually might have been watching a little bit of a match tonight, might you?
Yeah.
Go around your ankles to watch the England match, England v Croatia.
I'll have an eighth of an eye on that.
Yes, an eighth of an eye. So it might be a tiny little bit of a World Cup memory created tonight.
There might be.
But anyway, folks, enjoy your World Cup memories in your everyday life and any random subjects you have in your everyday life. Thank you for listening.
Thank you for listening, listener.
And we'll see you next time on the Everyday Life podcast.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.